Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Samoei Ruto was the first presidential candidate to wake up early in the morning and cast his ballot. We understand Raila Odinga took his time, and about 9 a.m., Raila Odinga was at the polling station to cast his ballot. For William Ruto, we understand the message he was trying to send out. But again, we are aware he was voting in the village. Raila was voting in the city. So, uruhusu wale watu wamekuja mapema kabisa, wapige kura labda wanaenda kazi zao, wafanya hiyo mambo, then ukikuja hapa saa 2, saa 3, hawa ni watu wenye labda wameamua watashinda kwa kituo. So that is the distinction difference between William Ruto. Lazima ujue kura ya kupigwa kwa village na ya kupigwa in the city. Now, when Raila Odinga was making his way to Nairobi, because we know he's a voter in Kibera primary, the kind of crowd that welcomed Raila Odinga, it was very huge. You could think Raila Odinga is out to campaign, but he was clever enough, he never engaged himself into the campaign issue. Nairobi is very happy. It is welcoming Raila Odinga as if he's already elected president, president-elect. And you could tell the city is so much happy. That celebration is a clear indication of what might be witnessed on ballot as the counting is going to start. I just want to watch Raila Odinga shortly, and after this, we're going to go deeper into the conversation. Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider to subscribe so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, someone can be confused that instead of this youth going to vote, they just decided to wake up early in the morning and wait for Raila Odinga to come in Nairobi, then welcome him. You are wrong. Raila confirmed with this youth, you could see they are showing all of them have casted their ballots. So they simply cast their ballot and then wait for Raila Odinga just to welcome Raila in Nairobi at Kibera Primary School, then after that, escort him home. So these are the youth who had already finished their business as far as the issue of casting their ballot is concerned. They had voted. And there is a clear indication or a message here that someone needs to understand. The issue is that when you are competing with Raila Odinga for the presidency, the first thing that you should be aware of is that Raila Odinga has more than one constituency in this country. Ama wacha niseme hivi. Raila Odinga has more than one region that he's commanding. That means he has two. He commands two regions as his stronghold. Yani Raila has two strongholds in this country when you are competing with him. His first stronghold is Nairobi. Hiyo ndio constituency ya kwanza ya Raila Amolo Odinga, Nairobi region or Nairobi county. That is where he starts from. Ndio maana unaona hata kwenye anapiga kura. So when we are competing with Raila Odinga, you should be aware of that. Hiyo tayari iko kwa mfuko yake. Number 2, we are talking about Nyanza region. These are the two regions or constituencies or stronghold that Raila Amolo Odinga will always have to start with. Sasa kama wewe ni William Ruto na uko kwa ballot with Raila Amolo Odinga, unakuja na Rift Valley as the region you have in your pocket. But Raila amekuja na Nyanza, ameweka Nairobi. You start from there. And you could see how Raila Amolo Odinga was welcomed. Nairobi is home for Raila Odinga. The same way Sugoi or Eldoret or Uasin Gishu is home for William Samoei Ruto. So tell me, Raila commands Nairobi, he commands Nyanza region. Before you get even to Western and all those other areas. Because when you talk about Mount Kenya, then you should be talking about Western region. 2. And you can see Nairobi, they are turning out to vote for Raila. I don't know if Ruto has a constituency in Nairobi. He simply depends on other people. Mount Kenya, the Kikuyus in Nairobi. Watu wa Mount Kenya wenye wanaishi Nairobi. He simply depends on them to extend their vote to him. So it is not a guarantee. You can't depend on that. And even in Nairobi, they don't vote in that way. Never. So because of that, I don't know where Ruto can get this to balance. I don't see where he gets. Because if someone comes with 2 strongholds and you are coming with 1, where do you get to balance? Ukienda kushika Mount Kenya, na yana kuja nashika Western. Ukienda Coast region, he still command the numbers. Ukambani ni home. Then you are left stranded. So the same way you have seen the youth celebrating, they have never celebrated like this before. We know they have been welcoming Raila Odinga in a huge way, even in 2017 and 2013. But today, even Raila Odinga just making his way to go and cast his ballot, it was not easy. There's something the people are learning, that this time round, it is a sure bet that Raila Odinga's vote is going to be counted and it is going to be announced. What has happened before might not happen in this election. Because if Raila will win this election, it is not going to be the first election Raila Odinga is going to win. But it might be the first election they are going to announce Raila Amolo Odinga as the winner. That is the difference. So what you have seen today is causing panic in UDA party. Because now they are stranded. We never see people receiving William Ruto in this kind of style. It has not happened. We do not see another candidate anywhere being received the way Raila Odinga has been received. We're talking about Nairobi. More than 2 million votes. So, as we are going forward, as people have been saying, Ruto is winning this election. I just ask that simple question. Where is Ruto going to equalize these numbers? Actually, when the opinion polls was giving Ruto 20% in Nairobi, that was true. Because you can see where the 80% is. It is clear. So how is he going to balance this situation? You're talking about the Maasai, the Turkana in Rift Valley, who are not voting with Ruto 100%. It is half-half. They are sharing that votes. But now when you talk about Ukambani, they are not sharing. Hizi ni kura za Raila. He might get there 15% or 10%. And that is why I was talking in the other video how Ruto and his team could have been behind the issue of engineering vote apathy in Western region because they know Kim's kit might not work. And even the IBC officials who are in Kakamega, instead of quickly going to use manual because the two has failed, fingerprint and identification by photo has failed, you simply go to manual. They did not. They wasted time when other people were turning to manual quickly. Kwani kuna mtu alikuwa amemwambia wa waste time kwanza so that people get back home ndio waanze. Because that was not happening in these other areas. Ilikuwa tu kitu ina Kakamega. I had explained in the other video. It's a sense of defeat they are learning. Then we engineer such things so that you balance the low turnout that is happening in Mount Kenya, because we know now Mount Kenya is responding so poorly as far as the issue of turnout is concerned. Watu wanakuja in small numbers to vote. Low turnout. So you engineer vote up in the other areas and you try to equalize. So we are going to wait for the counting. We want to follow step by step. We will also come here and give our views. We will update our followers time by time as things goes by, and we are going to analyze everything until we see the clear white smoke when Chebukati will be announcing the winner. And we are waiting for a historic day. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Despite the small issues here and there, still there is high hopes that Raila Odinga has a better chance, at least in this election. See you in our next video.